Hello YouTube, it's Kevin Yang Oilers. I haven't made a video in so long. I've been pretty busy with school and work, and I'm really sorry about not giving you an update, very frequently. But now I'm done exams. I'll try and put more videos up. So I'm hoping to get more subscribers and more viewers. And for all those who subscribed, I'd like to thank you for watching my videos. And for all my Twitter followers and my friends on Facebook, if you guys can follow me, subscribe, I definitely appreciate that. My Twitter and my Facebook link is in the link below. Just click down there. So yeah, I just want to talk about let's talk about the Oilers. So last night we played against the San Jose Sharks, one of the top premier teams in the Western Conference, or I should say in the NHL. They are definitely a big, strong team, and they, they beat us 2-1. Although I think that game was a lot closer than a lot of people think. So first period was a little sloppy on both ends. From what I saw, the shots were 5-5. Both teams had 5 shots on net, and both teams looked sloppy. Both teams had trouble generating and creating chances. Unfortunately for both teams, nothing was generated. So first period remains scoreless. And then you go in the second period, the Oilers actually had a 5-on-3 at one time, but couldn't capitalize, and that gave the Sharks a lot of momentum. And off a Linus Ullmark turnover, which is a rookie mistake, I'm not gonna jump on him just for that, and that resulted in a Logan Couture goal, made it Sharks 1-0, which is interesting because Logan Couture is leading the rookies in points and goals. And here's a funny thing about Logan Couture. He's played 25 games prior to this season, and he's still considered a rookie. If he played one more regular season game, and not including playoffs, the rule is regular season. He's played 25, and if he played 26 regular season games, he wouldn't be considered a rookie, and he wouldn't be considered in the Calder race. So he's definitely got the advantage over our 3 young rookies, Hall, PRV, Everley, because he had NHL experience. Plus, he played in the playoffs, and they don't count playoff games for rookie candidates. So it's unfortunate, but that's how the cookie crumbles, I guess. Now back to the game. Dan Boyle made it 2-0. That proved to be the game winner. He scored on the power play, and now the Oilers are going in the third period down 2 goals. So yeah, third period, it was a much better effort. The Oilers definitely competed. I really thought that the team worked hard in their own zone, definitely pressured the San Jose Sharks in their own end, and created a lot of chances. Taylor Hall was flying out there. Same with Everly, same with Piari too. All 3 rookies are playing absolutely lights out right now, and I'm really happy to see that. I like to see the progress with that young team and with those 3 young players, and I'm really happy. I'm really satisfied with what I'm seeing so far. Now back to the game. Ryan Whitney supposedly scored, but that goal was actually given credit to Dustin Penner. He deflected the shot into the net, so made it 2-1, but that's all the Oilers could muster, and so the Oilers lose 2-1. They're still 15th in the West, 27th in the NHL, 4th last in the NHL, and but we're a rebuilding team, right? So we got to be a little patient. We can't expect too much this year, so that's all I can say about the Oilers right now. Unfortunately, I know there are a lot of fans that are kind of happy that we're losing. Unfortunately, I'm not one of those fans. I don't believe that tanking for a draft pick is wise. I believe that you have to build a winning culture. You have to have the players be exposed to a winning culture, as opposed to seeing them, lose in a poisonous environment like last year. Like last year was just brutal. Like last year, I don't know how any fan can be happy with last year. Yeah, we got Taylor Hall, but at the same time, like that was just brutal. Like I don't think any fan would want to experience a season like that ever again. Like that was just torture. Um, like the locker room, like there was a lot of locker room issues. Like Ethan Morrow, we got rid of him for that. Patrick O'Sullivan, Robert Nilsson, they're all gone for a very good reason, and we brought in the young players, so they can not only help us, win in the future, but at the same time, they're there to, bring some winning culture, like winning attitude to this locker room. This locker room has been lacking a winning attitude for 4 years, and something's got to change, and 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 it's just like it's frustrating because like um, anytime you see like this team gets down on itself, like I'm just saying like stuff like what I'm seeing last year, like everything just fell apart, and there's no drive, no desire to compete last year, and it really showed last year. And this year, I really like how the team is starting to respond to some adversity. A lot of pundits are saying that we're going to finish last. Tom Brady just a week ago said this team's going to make the playoffs. I don't disagree with him, but at the same time, I totally agree 100% with his mentality. That's the type of mentality that this locker room needs. I know it's a long shot for us to make the playoffs. We're 10 points out of the playoff spot, but at the same time, you got to realize there's still 50 games left. Well, not 50. How many games? Yeah, 50 games left, around there. Uh, Anything can happen from here to the end of the season. I'm not saying we're going to make the playoffs. I hope we do make the playoffs, but at the same time, think about it. Like if the Oilers do manage to pull into the top 8 in the Western Conference, doesn't that bode well for the future? Like as opposed to suffering through another 30th place finish. I know we get the top pick. I know, I 100% understand that. Like I understand, the mentality behind wanting to tank for that top pick. Sean Couturier is an amazing player. I watched him yesterday in the Canada versus Sweden exhibition game. He was quite good. Don't get me wrong. I'm not saying that we should never, we should make the playoffs. I think what I'm trying to emphasize is the players in the locker room, in the dressing room, have to have that winning mentality. And if you guys have that winning mentality, you will win more games, and you will not likely to finish in the 30th place. So that's what I'm saying. Yeah. So that's my stand. That's my stance. That's just my stance on this whole tanking issue. I know a lot of Oilers fans are divided. I'm actually on the other side of the fence on this. So yeah. So feel free to comment. Feel free to criticize, debate about this whole issue. I'm totally open to it. Other than that, I guess that's it for the Oilers talk I have. If you guys want to talk more about the hockey, send in questions. I'm actually thinking of making another video where I answer all your questions, about hockey related. So feel free to ask away. So.